I think she hates him.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, so we can all agree on that. That's a given. I also think that she wants to take him out.
So the first assassin failed at killing Trump. The second would-be assassin failed at trying to kill Trump. Now they want his own wife to try to kill Trump. Oh, I'm going to love this, guys. Y'all don't want to miss this. I am about to tear into their hypocrisy. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel Model Renaissance Man. I am Ty Smith. I appreciate you guys taking time out of your day to view my content. If you have been enjoying my content, click this thumbs up button so this can consistently be recommended to you, videos like this, and it also helps push this through the shadow banning of YouTube. Trust me, it does. Also, don't forget to follow me on the platforms you see above and below. If you want me to react to a clip, a song, things you definitely want me to see as a guarantee, with me shouting you out for it, go to patreon.com and find out how you can do it there. Make sure you pay attention to the tiers there. They're not there. I don't even know if there's even any left. This is just part of my, my pitch. So I'm just letting y'all know that. Don't forget also to double check and make sure that you still are subscribed to the channel. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got to talk about this because this is just going to show you the hypocrisy of mainstream media, of liberal media, of the left media, the radical media, and how they do things. And the thing is that it is sad because a lot of folks fall for it, don't even understand the ramifications of what's being played on your subconscious. You don't even understand it. Trump says on January the 6th, go let your voices be heard, peacefully protest, back up the boys in blue, all of that. How in the world did that end up being taken like Trump incited violence? How? Yet, if Trump saying to peacefully protest, let your voices be heard, back the boys in blue, they're doing a good job. We are about the order and law, law and order. We're about the rule of law, da-da-da-da-da. If that was code for inciting violence, then why is it that when President Biden said it's time to put a target on Trump and Trump literally gets shot, nobody has nothing to say about that? How about when the media keeps saying things like, he's a threat to the democracy. It's a threat to democracy. He's a threat to democracy. He's a threat to democracy. Somebody ought to take him, Joe Biden ought to take him in the back of the school and beat the H out of him. That is not, that definitely is nothing to incite any sort of violence, right? But then they'll turn around. There's no place for, cue the card up higher. Yeah, there's no place for political violence anywhere. I get it right? Yeah, right? So what are you talking about, Ty? Listen to what the third wicked witch of the Western world at The View, Sunny, says.
Critics are going hard after a liberal media member for vile comments about Melania Trump. The former First Lady appears to signal her support for reproductive rights in a video out yesterday.
Individual freedom is a fundamental principle that I safeguard. Without a doubt, there is no room for compromise when it comes to this essential right that all women possess from birth: individual freedom. What does my body, my choice really mean?
And this take is pretty shocking.
I think she hates him.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, so we can all agree on that. That's a given. I also think that she wants to take him out.
That's unfortunate.
Wow. I mean, that is violent. They've got to stop talking like that about a former president who's had 2 assassination attempts. I mean, that's just ignorant. A tiny sample of the social media backlash. These are such vile comments, but they are exactly what The View's audience loves. It's targeted perfectly at a radically feminist, liberal audience that loves hate. Another now. This is loving and tolerant rhetoric the left uses, which they accuse the opposing side of using. And this one, those women are a danger to America. They do more than anyone else to stoke political and social tensions. The former president says he thinks his wife should be allowed to think for herself.
We spoke about it, and I said, you have to write what you believe. I'm not going to tell you what to do. You have to write what you believe.
Tammy?
She's her own person. I think that's been clear. I also argue constantly, considering my background on the left and with the National Organization for Women, that there is no real choice when you are economically disadvantaged, when you're on the margins, is that choice only comes in when there's a surprise and you can think and say, I can do this, as opposed to I can't do this. So if this goes also to reproductive real freedom. It's not freedom when you do it. 70% of abortions, by the way, happen because of an economic problem or because of pressure from the outside. But if you have the money, and you can say, I can do this, I can choose this. But that's only when it's a real choice. That's the only real personal freedom, and that's where a better economy allows all of us to get. Nobody wants more abortions, but when you're giving women a genuine choice and they can do it, you have more babies, more women who don't have to go through that. That's being pro-choice, not just saying you can't afford it. This is enforced by the government, but we're going to let you have an abortion.
It was one of the points during the vice presidential debate here recently. J.D. Vance was making that point, that Republicans needed to work to be more supportive of women as pro-family, which they are, he said, and they needed to make that case
and earn her
clearer.
trust.
And earn trust,
and
he said that.
That was a nice moment in the debate. We're going to talking about it, but I do think that women don't trust Donald Trump because he says one thing and does another. Like he said.
So let me ask you this, because I do want to get back to this point with the left and Melania Trump. Why can't she just be her own woman and have separate?
And she can.
And so why all that criticism? I mean, that was gross from The View. And look,
agree.
The View is not the litmus test of America. We don't think that.
They were afraid of that remark. That was their problem.
So why did they handle it that way?
And I don't know, and I don't represent The View, and I would agree with Harrison. I agree with Tammy on that point, so I'm not defending that. I would say to you that the first lady, former first lady, the second gentleman, the kids, they should be off limits. Let the candidates fight for themselves.
No, but she put herself in. She's got a So why can't she just have her opinion?
Saying that she hates
Is it because women on the left, at least these women on the left who are very vocal about, being the only ones on the topic that really know what's going on, they are not accepting of all women.
No, but I think they're frustrated, like a lot of women across America, when more than 1/3 of women don't have reproductive freedom anymore because of Donald Trump's Supreme Court. That is not
because of the economy.
No, that's not true.
That is what forces women to have to make that choice because they do not have the money for an emergency or a surprise. Trump will change this economy, and that's why abortions go down.
I'm going to wrap it there. Good to see you both. I'm glad to have you in studio.
Oh, no. Now y'all can turn around and say, well, no, that's not what she meant, right? That's not what she was saying. What else would she be saying? What else would she mean by that? What, take him out to lunch? Take him out to dinner? Huh? Take him out of the presidential race? What exactly would she be referring to? Now, any of you radical feminists, any of you snow cone color hair, social justice warrior, jellyback, sissified folks out there want to try to twist this around and try to say that she was not saying what she's saying, you guys are hypocrites. You are hypocrites. Not only that, y'all are just completely idiots and your intelligence is really low because how can going down, peacefully protesting, letting your voices be heard, going back to boys in blue, he didn't mean beat their backs, and all of a sudden that's inciting violence. And then I'll raise y'all another one because I told you my video was going to be suppressed by YouTube, right? Why is it that when I was talking about January 6th, and I told you I don't care who it is, on January 6th, if there's anybody that acted completely out of character, you got completely enraptured in the crowd and the euphoria that was going on, and you broke windows and everything like that, you made the decision to do that. And if you're being prosecuted rightfully, hey, you did it. But don't sit there and act like Trump caused them to do it, because if Trump caused them to do it, then what about the FBI agents that stormed the Capitol too? Oh, y'all don't have nothing to say about that, do y'all? I didn't think so. Let me know what y'all think of this, ladies and gentlemen. Do you think that by Sonny using those words, she should get the same type of damnation, condemnation, the same type of scrutiny that everybody else got? Oh, but most likely she won't, though, because she actually is working for the media that's owned by Soros, that's owned by BlackRock and all that. So nothing will be said because that's not what she meant. But going to peacefully protest and let your voice be heard is inciting violence. Yeah, okay. Anyway, if you would like to see the next video that I'm going to do, it's going to be right up here in chronological order. Or if you want to see things that I do as a mix-up on this channel, it will be down here. I am Ty Smith, Model Renaissance Man, hoping and praying that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. And most of all, I pray every last one of you guys are in great health mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.